did that speed the process up, like creatively? Because I know now, like you're a studio monster. You know what I'm saying? If we jumping in the story a little bit, but like those initial times of like seeing his process and then applying it to yours, was that just monumental for how you create now? And did the creativity like floodgates kind of open?
Yep.
Or
it sped up my process, and I think it prepared me for the next phase I was going into in my life that I wasn't privy to. I didn't know I was about to get into songwriting shortly after that. And creatively, that's how MLB was birthed.
Yeah.
You know, like I didn't write MLB. The hook, the first verse, all that, I didn't like sit down and write that. I sat in front of the mic, just one of these. You know, and I was holding the mic and I had a preset and I was just line by line singing it, you know, and letting it flow type of thing. So as far as the floodgates opening, yes, that changed the game for me, because I spent so many years writing everything first. I'm pulling up with notepads and, you know, having to cut in because I'm flipping through pages, and it just elevated my craft for sure.
Man, okay, that's a perfect segue right now. So, and we'll go back to the writing portion, but I want you to talk about MLB a little bit. Right?
Okay.
What that day feel like, making that, being in that creative space, trying that, and then when did you feel like the specialness of this song? I guess I would say, you know what I mean? Like where did it feel like, this is different? Hold on.
Yeah.
We playing different now. Oh, okay. Yeah. Hold on. I'm on to something.
Right.
Like, can you tell me that initial feeling
when
creating this song?
Yeah, so I made MLB in 2022. That's when I made that song. And it's funny. It's a funny story, actually. So me and my girl, I had bumped my head, you know, just being real. I bumped my head.
For sure. We all do.
We had kind of separated and was going through all of that, whatever. We got back together, and she put her foot down. She was like, "Look, bro, we get back together, but we celibate. We ain't, you know." And that was whack. You know
no.
That was,
to lock it up like that. Yeah, that's
whack.
tough.
That was whack.
That's tough.
But hey, it is what it is. So, but every now and again, you know, I could slip through the cracks.
Yeah.
You make something shake. Every now and then.
Yeah.
You know,
ice in his veins. You know what I'm saying?
So, you know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, it's a bit of advice, man. If you got a girl, man, keep on dating her, man.
Yeah, keep on dating her.
Keep on trying to, you know, pull her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know.
And keep it fresh and keep it alive.
For sure. So because of that, it was one of those days where I was trying, you know.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, nah, bro. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
You got it.
Yourself up. Yeah. Pick yourself up,
brother. You got it. Matter of fact, I'm finna go record then. I'm going to record. I'm going to record. You know what I'm saying? You go to sleep and miss the sunset if you want to. So, you know, I was.
Hey, that's great, man.
So I moved back to Clarksville for a period of time, and was living out there, and so I was just at her apartment. I was just in her studio apartment, and I would usually record in the kitchen. And AB had just sent me a pack of beats.
Shout out AB, man.
Yeah, big shout out to AB. I'll get in.
Yeah, we're gonna get in.
Yeah, I'll get in all that. But
yes, sir.
AB sent me a pack of beats, and I just pulled that up, and I just started doing a song, and it was based on that, you know, based on kind of getting turned down from my girl, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, let's, you know, make love, baby, or whatever. And the baseball references weren't intentional, like it wasn't on purpose. It was like, you know, we can keep it on a need to know basis. And and I was in a space then where I was attempting to. I've always kind of done it, but I like doing the next line and saying the same word and either using the word differently or doing you know, homonym, or I think that's the word for it. Like, but a word that sounds the same that's spelled differently. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, bases. Keep it on need no bases. So swing out the bases. So bases came to me, and I'm like, okay, swing out the pod, and I run towards the bases, and it just kept going and kept going, and then. The make love, it's free. I'm freestyling though, and I'm like, you know, made love, baby, man, made love, baby, MLB, and I was like, I was like, make love, baby, MLB, that's crazy, you know, like in that moment though, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't thinking anything of it other than just what that is for a creative that's in you in your zone and. You feel good about whatever you're making at that time. And that's what happened. I did the first verse. I did the hook. And then I did the first verse. Then I flew the hook. And I tried to do the second verse at that time, but nothing really would come to me. Nothing came to me for real. So I put it down. And I was listening to that song for months going by, listening to that song. And nothing comes to me. And the day, and like I said, I was living in Clarksville. The day I was like, okay, I got it. I'm driving back to Nashville from Clarksville. I'm driving and I'm like, oh, I know how I'm going to start the second verse. And as soon as I get to Shorty spot, my hard drive crashes.
Oh, man.
My hard drive crashes. And mind you, I did MLB at the beginning of the year. So in the springtime. It took me a while to really figure out.
I don't even know if you know the magnitude of what you just said. Bro, that hurts. Your heart dropped. That's all the work.
It get crazier. So this 2022 gets crazier, bro.
Oh, my God.
And all the work. There's so many records that I've made at that time. I just found. So I had a cracked version of my plugins. So I had my hard drive wasn't a solid state. Hey, bit of advice: get you a solid state. If you hear that disc spinning, you might as well have a goddamn DVD player. You know what I'm saying, or a cassette. You know what I'm saying? Like we on streaming now. You can get on Netflix. You know what I'm saying? Get you a solid state. So yes, the hard drive crashes, and I can't recover anything. It won't plug in anything, and I had a cracked version of Logic. As well. So I lost my Logic and I lost my template that I made for my vocal.
Wow.
So I chalked it up. And we're in the fall of 2022 now. And because I pretty much lose the song and all my files and everything, I'm like, I bounced out a strong version. So I was like, I'm just put it on SoundCloud. That's kind of my thing. I wasn't really dropping. I was more in the songwriting space at that time. So I was like, I'm just put on SoundCloud, chalk it up. This is the fall of 2022. And the rest is, history.
Man.
The rest is history.